Oh, he's just going at it. That's a lot of ice cream for him. Look at his nose. Well, you like it? Is that good? Oh, good boy. Yeah. Mm.
Oh my. I called you right away, Aaron. I was like, Aaron.
I just saw the missed call.
Aaron, there's a bear there.
He's taking movies here.
Be bear aware.
I'm aware he's there.
Good morning from day 4, I think. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. We're just leaving this beautiful bed and breakfast. I am full of French toast and sausage and a delicious fruit, whipped cream topping and coffee, and love from Nancy and Paul and their cute dog Pearl in this squishy bed. And we're on our way. We gotta beat a winter storm warning, believe it or not. That is Glacier National Park in the background. Here we go. Okay, I think we can all agree that that was some pretty bad sound quality there. Allow me to step in here and save your ears. Alright, we're about 6.5 miles away from the bed and breakfast. My tummy is full of the best French toast and coffee, and my heart is full of love from Nancy and Paul. I was sad to leave them behind. I'm just pedaling and thinking about them doing the dishes and getting started on their property. Anyway, I hope they stay warm in this snowstorm coming. Aaron says today is Move with Purpose.
Come on, Kylie. Fucking move.
So I'm moving with purpose right now. It's 21 miles to the top of Red Meadow Pass. We're 6.5 miles in. Rain starts at 11 and thunderstorms at 1. It's currently 8 o'clock. We hope to be up and over by then, so we're not descending down Red Meadow Pass in cold snow. 'cause we've done that back home before on some weekend rides. That pain is real. Frozen, cold, and wet is no bueno. No bueno. Frozen fingers and arms, you can't feel the brakes. It's dangerous.
What are we doing? Get ready to send it.
So, all right, time to put the camera away and move with purpose through this gorgeous country right now. Okay, here we go.
Oh yeah, one other thing. Today is day 2 of the Tour Divide, and in bed last night we looked at all the track leaders' dot watching nerdiness, and I'm pedaling this morning realizing, we're the front runners right now. We're even ahead of the guy who's going for 13 days. They're supposed to pass us at some point today. But right now, we're winners. Yoo-hoo-hoo! Even though we didn't start where they started. All right, day 2 of the Tour Divide status report. It is currently 9:10 a.m. We have gone 459 feet of elevation for about 12.6 miles. This is the start of the climb to Red Meadow Campground, 12 miles to the top. The temperature is currently 53 degrees. Saturday morning. We are the front runners. You! How's it feel to be a winner? Feels like that. That's how it feels. He's packing 16 extra pounds of flea bag. No one has a bag like that on their rig on the Tour Divide, I bet, this year. Okay. I think that's the status report. Check in with you at the top. Yoo! We make it to the top of Red Meadow Campground by like 11 something, 11:10. Phew! Layered up for the descent. Got my worm gloves on, got my worm layer on, and a shell. Here we go.
It's raining, and we have a first mechanical. The bike rack bolt came out. I'm pretty sure I have a spare in there somewhere. Just got to dig it out while in the rain. And Kylie's over here chilling like a villain.
Can't feel my feet.
I'm just playing with sticks. Time of his life. All right, crisis averted. We tightened up all these guys. Boom. Boom. Kylie's wet.
I'm cold and cranky.
Anything else?
I would like to get into a warm hotel room and out of these clothes as fast as possible.
Well, we got a ways to go.
Let's stop filming and go.
Okay.
We would not check into a hotel that evening, but after what felt like a forever descent into Whitefish, with one minor misturn along the way, we warmed up by eating an entire pizza from Jersey Pizza in Whitefish, followed by pedaling back to our first campground from a few days prior, Whitefish Lake State Campground. Torrential rain and wind with falling branches followed us there, with one particularly mighty gust of wind even knocking me down off of my bike. When I was standing. Luckily, Aaron made us a fire at camp where I stood for the rest of the evening before crawling into the tent and sleeping my best sleep of the trip yet.
Whitefish, Montana. You were awesome. We stayed at Whitefish Lake State Park again. And day 3 of the Tour Divide. Let's go catch up with some riders. We've been dot watching you guys. This is super cool to be in the mix. So here we go. We're looking at maybe a 70-mile day. Legs are feeling a little tender. Yoo-yoo! Leaving Whitefish, Montana.
What's up?
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's going. Finishing up a blueberry lemon scone. I'm eating like a fool. It's the best ever.
And you're watching your pin move.
Have you been watching it move? Is it moving?
I saw you at the border.
Yeah. Right
And then
on.
I saw you like right back where you were the first day, it looks like.
Yep. Yep. We went to the border And we put our foot into Canada, which said we'd be prosecuted if we went into Canada, but we're rebels. We saw a bear. The owners of the bed and breakfast have lived there since '98, and they were like, oh my gosh, we've only seen like probably 2 black bear in all our years here, and it just pops up the first day we're there. And we're starting to see tour divide racers now today, kind of going through and passing us and stuff. Super cool. I cannot believe that the fastest riders do this thing in 12 to 13 days. Like, I just cannot believe it. It's fascinating.
Who's in the lead?
Yeah, so we're constantly checking the dots for them. And I think the guy that's in the lead is from... and he's right behind the world record holder of it. Mike Hall is the guy that holds the record. And so what's cool is you can check, and there's a star next to MH for Mike Hall. And so they post the record holder's progress too while these guys are racing right now. And he's right behind the record holder, Mike Hall. They're further south than us right now. It's just insane. Gosh. Yeah, you can check their dots if you go to trackleaders.com and then click on the Tour Divide 2024. You can see all the dots for the racers right now, which is kind of fun. I'm nerding out on that. We're tracking Doozer.
You're gonna track him down, huh?
Yeah. We already passed a sign this morning in the 10 miles between Whitefish and here. There was like 3 signs hanging on trees outside of this like house, and it said, "Go Tour Divide Racers, no whammies, no crashies, no flatties." And then it was like, "Go Team Doozer." Ole, ole, ole. Okay, here we go again with another poor sound quality. I'll save your ears. All right, it's 12:30 p.m. We've gone for 18.27 miles for 2 hours and 41 minutes of elapsed time. Temperature is a very warm 52 degrees as we leave Columbia Falls, where we had stopped after the first leg of today, leaving Whitefish at Montana Coffee Traders. Super delicious food. Tips would be in future to grab it to go, pedal on down the road a little bit further to this lovely back road here, and find a spot, hop in a ditch, and eat that delicious food while watching the Tour Divide riders go by and cheering them on. Made a few phone calls at breakfast, called my brother, called my mother, and Aaron called his daddy because today is Father's Day. I think I've mentioned it in one of my last training ride videos on Mother's Day, but it needs to be said. Hats off to all the fathers out there doing perhaps indeed the most important job of all, having and more importantly, raising good humans. I just can't emphasize that enough, especially for fathers, if I may say. From my experience from working with youth for 14 years, there was just a dire need of active and present fathers. The students just craved presence, not perfection. And I suppose it's a cyclical thing, really. Those fathers may have not had present fathers, and so on. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox and back on my bike seat, but thank you to all the fathers out there that are doing their absolute dang best to raise good humans. Father's Day is a tough one personally for me. I'm pedaling along thinking about my father who's no longer here. I can't think of a better way, though, to celebrate and honor him today than on top of my bike seat, pedaling along the grandest adventure of my life. He loved bikes, and he taught me how to ride my first bike. I feel him here. I wonder what he would think of me doing something like this. What kind of phone call we might have had back there at the coffee place. I saw a dad pedaling a kid around the campground last night in one of those retro baby bike seats up behind the main bike seat, and I was like, oh, there goes past me 41 years ago. That's how all this started. Dad in his yellow Schwinn pedaling me around in Eastern Oregon on the back of his bike. So yeah, he's on my mind. Been dreaming about him in the past couple of days, which
I haven't done in years. I'll never forget one of his last few words to me as he was holding my hand years ago. Go ahead and live life for me. Don't dwell in sorrow, sadness, and grief. Be there, but don't dwell there. And I like to think I've done a pretty good job of that. It is hard dealing with grief and loss, but really none of us want our loved ones that are still alive to get stuck and not live their fullest life. So that's what I've done ever since 2004. Today's for you, Dad. You-hoo!
Appreciated after 41 miles of road riding. I'm a fan. Thank you, Swan River.
Just south of the town of Swan River, we detour slightly off route following the Swan River Trail to the town of Big Fork, where we consider our dinner options before landing on Burger Town, where all three of us quite thoroughly enjoyed some delicious noms, with Rowdy earning his first ever Pup Cup, for reasons you'll see why in the next episode. But for now, here he is mowing down.
Oh, he's just going at it. That's a lot of ice cream for him. Well, you like it? Is that good? Oh, good boy, yeah.
To be honest, I often had the same approach as Rowdy to eating along the trail as the days continued, but I'm not putting that on camera. Cute dog eating ice cream is one thing, ravenous dirtbag adult woman snarfing burritos and bagels is another. We'll let Rowdy take the lead on showcasing that side of things. What do you think? Did he like his ice cream? With the day's riding done and our tummies full of food, we pedaled our tired butts the very short distance to camp across the street, to Wayfarers State Park. We set up camp and then enjoyed a quiet evening along the shore of Flathead Lake, listening to the waves and watching the sunset. Well, we watched the sunset. Rowdy watched the chickens of the sea.
Oh, he sees the seagull. He sees Seymour, the chicken of the sea. Rowdy! Come here, buddy. Yeah.
Having never pedaled these many miles for these many days in a row, and certainly not for this kind of daily elevation gain, I marveled at my legs and just how far they'd taken me. I was beginning to notice adaptations in my leg muscles, and I hoped I was recovering and refueling properly. Speaking of recovery, it was time to hit the sack.